What's good,
Let's
bro?
go.
What do you know about this?
Wow.
What do you know about this?
Wow.
Hang on. Huh?
That is sick.
I dripped out, brother.
You are dripped out in perfect time, too, because I guess McLaren is finally back.
Oh, we're back.
Like they
We're
never
so
left.
back. I know. It was like they just they left most of the parts at the factory for the first couple races, I guess. I don't know. Like,
And it's crazy because I texted you like before the weekend started. And I was like, I think I'm really looking forward to seeing what McLaren does. Because, I mean, Piastri has won there at Miami. And
yeah.
it was Lando's first win. And it was just the perfect. Honestly, I wasn't expecting Piastri to. We're kind of getting ahead of ourselves here, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't seeing Piastri getting the podium. But
No, I know. That
here
was
we
that
are.
was insane. Here we are. Double what, P2 and 3? Anyways,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I had to come in my McLaren gear, okay? That's all I'm saying.
I think I like it.
Heck yeah. Okay. Can you I guess we're already recording. Can you give me this update? You've got Dorian Pin, so you got F1 Academy knowledge here. I don't know anything about F1 Academy besides I know the basics about it.
Yeah, basically, it's this girl. I think her name looks like Dorian Penn, but I don't know where she's from. She's maybe French or something. And
Okay.
so they pronounce her last name as Pan, which is pretty
Okay.
interesting. It's
Cool.
an I, but it says Pan. And she is literally like kind of the Max Verstappen of female racing drivers. Like
So she's goaded.
she's very good. And in
What
F1
team?
Academy, she's I think Mercedes,
Okay.
um, if I'm not mistaken. But she's very good, and they had her drive a Formula One car. Um,
Oh wait, what did she
I,
test? Or
no,
like in a practice session?
no, it was more like it was over the break. It was more like
Oh,
just let's record this person who's doing very well in F1 Academy
yeah.
drive in a Formula. I mean, it doesn't happen often. A
Yeah.
woman driving a Ford. I don't even know the last time it happened.
Honestly don't either.
But
That's
I
insane.
believe it has happened before, just not in these like modern F1 cars, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Good
that's
for her.
insane. And she did pretty good, I assume.
I mean, yeah, she, I
Shout
mean,
out.
did as well as better than me,
Yeah.
as well
Shout
as
out
any
shout out
racing
Dorian
driver could
Pan.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope. Um any other updates over the break? I'll say on my end, went to Vegas, went to the F1 Academy or arcade, excuse me, F1 arcade, and drove the sims there that like move as you
Yeah.
dude, it was I came back and I was like, I want a sim so bad.
That's
Like
crazy.
it was I did 6 races. Reagan and I went we did 3 together, and then she was like, okay, cool, that was awesome. I was like, I want to do more. And so because like they have all
Yeah.
these different levels, they have
Of
like
course.
they have 5 different levels, and the last level is like totally manual. There's no assist, there's no they don't even have the little line that shows you where you should go, like, and then it's all paddle shifters and all that. So I had to get at least one race in that, and it was rough, but it was really fun to just be like, I also like didn't know the track. Like I knew like a third of this track I was racing. So I think it was Spa actually. So like when I was like
Yeah.
going through the main like start of Spa and up that little hill, I was like, oh, I know this. I can hit this like flat out and everything. But then besides that, I was just a mess. But it was pretty fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Also got all this in Vegas, the jacket and the thing.
Oh yeah. New drip unlocked.
New drip unlocked. You got any thoughts on GP to McLaren, my dog?
I think it's huge for McLaren.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I don't know fully the extent of what he's going to be doing. Um, I think from somewhere I saw that it'll be a good thing for Andrea Stella, which
Yeah.
is great if he's able to focus more on whatever he specializes in.
Yeah. I think he's more of like a
I-
technical guy, right? Or no?
Stella or GP?
Stella, I thought, but
Oh yeah, he is, but he's been acting as like the boss, one of the
yeah. Like the team
bosses
principal,
of the team.
basically.
Yeah. It's weird that someone who has been an engineer for so long, literally at the top of whatever level you can be as an
Mhm.
engineer and driver pairing with Max Verstappen, is now going to have a new job at a new team, and he's not going to be like a race engineer who's paired with a driver and
Yeah.
in his ear every day. That's crazy to me. It's going to
Yeah.
be a big change for everyone, I think.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, I know that we were talking about Max possibly retiring. It was we were only 3 races in at the time, but something like this just makes me think like that is happening in the near future. Like I just can't imagine. He's been very vocal and he's said multiple times, if this person leaves, then I'm going to leave. And GP would be the last person that he said that about that's still at the team. So I don't know. I'd be interested to see how it pans out.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the term gardening leave?
No, I think that's a European thing, right?
Yeah, basically, there's probably more technical like stuff around this, but essentially, if he leaves, I think there has to be like a year between him leaving Red Bull and then actually showing up at McLaren, because
Oh, interesting.
it's like where he's still employed by Red Bull, but he's just not able to help the team anymore. Because like you could imagine if like he made that change and then the next weekend he's on McLaren, like he has all these secrets and stuff that like would only be Red Bull specific. What's crazy is I would imagine that everyone that works at those teams is under an NDA, but apparently not. Like, or if they are, I don't know. I'm like, surely there's laws that protect you from basically going to the other team and being like, this is everything they're doing. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he'll have to have a gardening leave, so I don't know what that'll look like.
Yeah. I think whatever information I saw said he's basically joining 2028. Or maybe at the end of 2028. I forget exactly what it was saying, but it should be a couple years at least out until he actually makes a switch over to McLaren. But I feel like there's a lot of potential to see Max Verstappen leave within these 2 or so years. So it's interesting times for sure.
I agree. Okay, getting into the weekend sprint race and sprint quali, what'd you think?
I thought it was very fun. I thought the race specifically was, man, these like regulations right now with the sprint format is so fun, especially after having 5 weeks off, and then the teams are like, oh crap, it's a sprint race for weekend. And usually they only have an hour practice. on
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
But this time they added 30 minutes, just given the circumstances. And yeah, it was cool. It was fun to watch. We got to see Red Bull debut the flippy wing
Yep.
now.
And honestly, Ferrari put it in an actual event. They had just been running it in practices.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy how yeah, the development team at Ferrari, at first you see it and you're like, what is this? Like, you think it's almost a meme at first, but they had it in some practice sessions before.
Yeah.
So they believe in something, they see some type of numbers or data from actually using this wing, and then now after 5 weeks they believe in it so much to use it in competitive sessions.
Yeah.
And not only that, but now Red Bull, one of the top teams with the top driver, is using that same kind of formula. And it shows that Ferrari are not full of clowns.
Yeah. Yeah. They have something figured out, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It's really cool. I think it was fun to see that being added in. I also I thought it was crazy because at one point, Perez was fighting with Lawson, and I was like, first of all, is Cadillac decent? Because for the sprint, they kind of looked it, right? They were kind of up there in the midfield a little bit. They weren't P22 and P21.
Yeah.
But bro, Perez and Lawson fighting, and actually the whole sprint was Perez and Lawson, and then you had Verstappen forcing Hamilton off. Verstappen gets near Hamilton and he gets flashbacks to 2021, and that dive bomb where he just went straight and made sure that Hamilton couldn't turn in. I'm he does that every time, and mostly just with Hamilton.
He did it a lot during the race too. There were several times in the race where Max came from
the sprint race, right?
Well, sprint race, but also main race.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Max would absolutely brake. He would brake so late.
Yeah.
On some of these overtakes. Yeah. And then obviously get overtaken again because of battery and stuff. But then it was crazy though. He was so brave. He definitely found a lot of confidence in the car. Again.
Yeah, it was a different car. It was a different Red Bull car for sure. It sucked to see Hadjar. Well, I don't want to get to the race yet, but sprint, it was good to see Red Bull looking good.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else on the sprint that you saw? I mean, for me, it was just Cadillac being remotely in the race, and I don't know, bro. I feel like some of these drivers, it's just right when they get around each other, they start doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, I think one thing that stuck out to me from the sprint was Kimi kind of getting bogged down on the start again. Mm-hmm. He really needs to lock in the starts. He did better for the actual main race, which is good for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, bad start for Kimi. And then I wrote this. I said, back marker Lawson again. So, yeah, we see, like you were just talking about earlier, Lawson is fighting Sergio Perez.
Bro.
And it's tough to see. I really do like Lawson. And their livery for this Miami race was really cool.
So
it was
fire.
really funny. It was really funny because it's all, bro, I don't know if this is a new flavor or whatever of Red Bull.
Yeah.
This yellow one.
Idea.
But every picture they took, with the team, or if it was just them, all the pictures on social media and stuff.
Yeah.
Is them, they have to hold
the Red Bull.
The Red Bull in their hand, the yellow Red Bull. They have to hold it. And everyone's holding them. And they took one picture on the back of a yacht with DJ Khaled
Yeah,
for
it's so
some
stupid.
reason. Yeah, the most Miami thing
Yeah, they're
that could
like,
happen.
who's the most Miami guy that we have? Oh yeah, DJ Khaled. Great, we'll get him
Yeah,
out there. And then he
yeah,
sings like "All I Do Is Win," and then they go out and place like P20. So
yeah.
it's brutal.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I luckily missed a lot of the cringy press moments that happen at most U.S. Grand Prix.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's wild. I will say, all around, rough weekend for George.
yeah.
Rough weekend. And bro doesn't even care. He was just like, yeah, the track doesn't suit me. It's a weird one. And I was like,
Yeah,
how do you say that as a driver? You're just like, yep, I can't drive on this track.
yeah. It is crazy. I recently just watched the little driver interviews, the post main race interviews, and he called it a funny old place.
Yes,
Miami,
I
the
know.
Miami track. And
Like, bro,
I don't know. I think he's definitely hiding a lot of frustration for sure. And he just, there's not much more he can say or wants to say. Whether he has something against literally the circuit or has something against Miami, or I don't know. But to put things short, he just didn't do well.
No,
the whole weekend, pretty much.
I tell you, who did do well in the sprint? My boy Lando. Cheers,
Lando Norris.
Lando dub for the sprint. It doesn't really count for much, but I'll take it.
Yeah, he looked great. I think Lando. Drivers like Lando, drivers like Max.
Yeah,
they really found some confidence after, which is kind of surprising. After such a long break, you'd think there'd be maybe at least a little bit of jitters or rust from not actually driving on the track. And racing in competitive sessions. But I mean, with these upgrades, it looks like obviously McLaren's fully back. We have them going 2 and 3 in the main race, and we saw a crazy race for Verstappen, which we'll get into later, where he did really well, but it was like a lot of mixed, him doing really well and just crazy incidents that would happen to him.
Yeah.
But they both look good.
Yeah, they both look good. I mean, I think what's interesting to me about, like, we talk about the first 3 races of the season, like Lando finishes 5th in the first race of the season in Australia. China, they double DNF, it was something else. Maybe they didn't even start. But they definitely don't finish. They don't place. Japan, it's a 2nd and a 5th. So it's like they've kind of had a weird go of it, I feel. Like, like the first 3 races were just odd. And they were very much like at the back of the leading 3 teams. So, you know, it is a long season. I'm interested to see, like, Mercedes did not bring really many upgrades to Miami, so they are bringing a ton of upgrades to Canada. In an interview, George Russell said that he was surprised that a lot of people brought stuff to Miami. But I think, like, if you're McLaren, you're like, this is one of our best tracks of the year. Like, let's go ahead and bring upgrades here because it could have a real impact. But I think you still, like, they still had pace. Antonelli specifically still had, I think it was like 1.5 tenths like ahead of Verstappen and 3 tenths off 3rd place in quali. So, like, they still have pace. Mercedes does, and they're still going to bring more upgrades to Canada, which, I mean, I think that it's going to be a different race in Canada with Mercedes bringing upgrades. Like, it's probably just going to be a back and forth all year. Whoever brings upgrades will have more of an advantage, and then the other teams will catch up and blah, blah, blah. but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of worried about them not even having upgrades, and Kimi still wins 3 wins in a row for Kimi though, which is pretty cool.
Unreal.
Pretty awesome for him.
And three poles, right? He's gotten 3 poles in the last 3 races.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which that's not like, oh, you know, 1 or 2 of these races I just lucked out or I got a good safety car. It's like, no, he dominated the weekend. Like,
yeah, he's beating George Russell right now.
Yeah, by 20 points.
Like big time. Yeah.
Yeah. And now because all the other teams are getting better, it's like there's, you know, George should be leading, but if George isn't leading, it's even harder for him to get like if he doesn't qualify first and he's behind any of the other teams, it's just going to be a rough go because like all these teams are getting good. Quali was like, it genuinely felt like there was a solid grouping of cars. Like all basically down to the Alpines. Now I know the Alpines weren't like insanely close. I mean, there's almost a second between Kimi and Colapinto. Same with Gasly, but like there is a solid 5 teams, I would say, in like the front runners. And then it's like everybody else. And then it's like Cadillac and Aston, which is rough.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw when I was watching the main quali for Q1, Piastri literally like almost went out.
I know.
In the first round. And as I was saying earlier, I was surprised seeing Piastri getting on the podium.
Mm-hmm.
Like it all started in Q1 where it was really, I was like, bro, what is going on? But obviously he was able to make it to Q3 and everything went fine. But even during the race, watching that and seeing how, I don't know, it is weird because we know they most likely are pretty much in the same car, Lando and Piastri.
Yeah.
I guess Piastri just had a weird weekend this time around. Obviously, he did well in the sprint.
Yeah.
But this main race, I don't know, something wasn't clicking for some reason.
Yeah, I almost wonder, I don't know like how familiar you are with the NFL, but like a lot of times what'll happen is, at least what I've seen, is like a team that goes to the Super Bowl and loses the next year has like a pretty rough year. Some people call it like the Super Bowl hangover. I don't know if there's any actual like consistent data, but I've seen it a couple years in a row. And I'm curious, like, you know, Verstappen has been second in a lot of drivers' championships, and then he's also won a handful of them. But for someone like, so like for him to come in third or whatever, it's not a big deal. But for Piastri, like that was his real chance to like get his first world championship, and for it to just like basically get taken and by his teammate. I don't know if there's any element to it that's like there's just an element of there's a little bit of a hangover from that. You know what I mean? I don't know if that if there's data there, but I would be curious about it.
Yeah, that is interesting. I'm sure it stunted a lot of confidence in him.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it probably gives him some fire to come back strong.
I mean, you would hope so. It's just weird to see him like with these performances where you're like, I don't like he's, you know, quality almost going out in Q1. I know that happens to kind of everybody, but like even still, he qualified P7. So like, I don't know. It's just surprising. I don't know what's going on. I don't, you know, he bent it in Australia. Maybe that was just the car being weird. I mean, that's what he said. So it's very likely nothing's going on, and it's just a bad couple of races. And we have at least 16 more races to go, maybe more. So there's still plenty of time. He could win the whole thing. Who knows? I'd be surprised by that, but he could.
That'd be crazy.
It would be crazy. It would be crazy. Dude, let's get into this first lap of the race, because the first lap was like some of the most exciting racing. It was so good.
I feel like we say this every race weekend, but
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
absolute cinema.
dude.
Absolute cinema.
First of all,
It was crazy.
Kimmy gets wrecked at the start,
Yeah.
or mogged, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Start mogged. And then, bro, Verstappen just hits a little pirouette or something. I don't.
I don't even know. I don't know what happened. I think it was his rear axle stuff acting up
Yeah.
again. And he just spun on turn two. They haven't even gone through a first sector. Like,
Yeah.
it's turn two of the racetrack, and he does a little 360. And even in the post race interview, he brought it up.
Yeah.
And
He's like, yeah, I saved it, but it was.
Yeah. Yeah. He joked about it a little bit. And bro, the amount of car control, because listening to the commentary during that moment in the first lap, they were talking about how there's multiple things you got to do in that moment. It's not like
Yep.
what we would think about driving our automatic car, like spinning, taking our hand off or taking our foot off the pedal for a second.
Mm-hmm.
They have to do multiple things and like shift or do something with the clutch or whatever to be able to spin like that and save it. And he did it so elegantly. It was crazy. And then even Charles, I guess that's crazy. This is the first lap. I think this happened on the last lap. Charles doing his little 360.
Yeah.
But it was good. It just wasn't as elegant as Max because Charles evidently hit the wall. Still finished the race, but he was definitely compromised. I guess we can say that Max has better car control than Charles.
Yeah, it's also like, I think there was more, like Charles was closer to the wall in the first place, whereas like I felt like Max had a little bit more room.
I mean, but true, but Max was also in the middle of a gaggle of cars.
No, right. It's a miracle no one hit him, to be honest. Like,
insane.
Like, Hamilton mentioned it in his post race. He's like, I'm like, I was just at the worst spot possible, like when Verstappen spun. Because like, if you got around him or if you were ahead of him, like you're good to go, and that actually helped you. But like, imagine you're just like going through turn two, you look up and Verstappen's sideways. Like, you're just like, all right, well, we're on the brakes now. Like, I don't have a choice.
That's what Pierre had to do, Pierre Gasly, because he started really well, but then the Alpines looked really good, which is really nice to say. Even Colapinto, I'm looking forward to their rest of the season if they continue on this upward trajectory. But Pierre had to slam on the brakes and lost so many positions,
bro,
after such a good start because of Max's little spin. But what are you gonna do? Max's rear axle.
Yeah, it keeps messing him up. I don't know if his tires were just cold or what, but I do consistently love watching Leclerc start a race. Like, I feel like going into turn one, he's just going to be in first. Like, it's just going to happen.
Yeah.
And this was the first time where I had seen him start, and I was like, whoa. He actually, a lot of times it's like he gets a better start than everybody. So it's like, yeah, there's some racecraft there, but it's also the way his car's made. This was like, he had Verstappen and Antonelli on either side of him. I guess dummied them or something, and then he's able to actually make the turn. They just both lock up and pass him.
That was crazy, bro.
And then Lando almost hit Charles as well. Like, it was tense.
They were saying that in the cool down room. Yeah, bro. What a good start. And then a bunch of stuff happening. I think something happened to Hulkenberg in the start. Was that in the start where something happened? They had to give him a new front wing, and eventually that one safety car came in. They just had to take Hulk out of the race, which sucks.
Yeah, it was brutal. I think he had, was it him that had, no, Lawson had gearbox damage.
Mm,
Um, yeah, sucked to see Hulkenberg go out. Sucked to see like Hadjar go out. I mean, you just hate to see him like, he crashed on like lap 6. Like, just not
yeah,
what you want. Uh,
yeah.
he was just pushing too hard, I guess. And like,
I it's yeah. I was watching him. Obviously, he was raging in
oh,
the cockpit.
bro. Then
Um,
the commentators were like, "You're gonna have some bruised fists, Hadjar," and like, they're just like clowning on him. I'm like, guys, leave him alone. He's upset.
I mean, those helmets can't be like soft, and
Oh
he
yeah,
was
no,
smashing his helmet with his fist, with his
he's
knuckles.
he's hard on himself. Like
Oh yeah,
he is his. You know, a lot of the drivers like will get upset if they make a mistake. Hadjar, it like ruins his like month. Like
yeah,
he's a perfectionist, it seems, which is a good thing for an F1 driver, but still.
yeah. It makes me wonder if maybe he did that on the sim a couple of times when practicing for
Oh, I didn't even think
Miami,
about that. Yeah.
and he, you know, just turns just ever so slightly too
Mm-hmm.
early on
Yeah.
that left hand turn, and just clipped the wall and just compromised his race on the sim. And he did it in real life, and
Bro, I hadn't thought of
he's
that.
just like, yeah, and it just ruined him.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, all the drivers are looking for like speed somewhere. Like they're looking to
Yeah,
find uh an extra, hundredth of a second, an extra tenth of a second, whatever. Um and so I would imagine like a lot of people, if you cut that turn, because it's kind of a chicane a little bit, if you cut it right, you can almost go straight through. Like if you
yeah,
hit that one, you just barely have to turn right or whatever. Anyways,
yeah,
uh, so he's obviously looking for some extra time there and just cooks that left wheel, left suspension, and then that's it. Like there's nothing else you can do.
yeah. It was tough. It was sad to see. I feel like Hadjar has had such a tough start to his F1 career, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it's been like awesome. But
Hmm.
he's had like decently high highs, but like embarrassingly low lows in his
Yeah.
career so far,
Yeah.
which is kind of sad.
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully he starts to find some success. I think like consistently because it feels like that's what he's looking for 100%. But
Yeah,
but then and then like same exact lap, Gasly flips the car. Uh,
bro.
you don't see that like ever, dude.
Yeah, these cars, they're planks. They're not supposed to roll. There's no roll cage in a Formula One car. Like all they have is the halo. And so it's not like a Miata or an
Yeah.
MX5 Mazda, like just kind of going over on this top. It's like a plank
Yeah.
that somehow, I don't know. It's crazy. I guess uh who was it that hit him? Lawson hit his
Lawson.
back, his rear left, and
Yeah.
just popped him.
Yeah. It's that thing that happens where like the the front tire of the car behind gets in front of the rear tire of the
Yeah.
car that's ahead. And so that rear, like that, it almost like climbs the other car's tire. So that's what happened to
Yeah.
Pierre. That's like the only reason it flipped him. Um, if something like that happens and they're going a bit faster, I don't know if it climbs it as much because like literally F1 cars are sucked to the ground. Like their downforce is so strong. Um,
Yeah.
but it was insane to see, to be honest. Like I'm glad he's okay. But anytime a
Oh
car
yeah.
flips like that, it's just like, uh, you just, I'm like, it's a good thing there's a halo, but like, if there's not, I don't know what happens in that scenario.
Yeah. It's crazy. And it's even, bro, watching the broadcast of it, they didn't show exactly what happened for like several laps. Like
Yeah.
they just go to the shot of him. He was kind of stuck on the wall on the barrier. I think it was like a bunch of tires stacked up, like stuck in the most awkward position for a Formula One car to be stuck in.
Yeah.
And all the commentators are like, what happened here? I don't know what was going on. The production seemed pretty weird this weekend with like them showing stuff really late for some reason.
Yeah. There was definitely some odd elements. I don't know if this was why they didn't show it immediately, because obviously they would have gotten the radio message that he was okay. But if you remember, I don't know if you were watching in 2021 when Grosjean had his like fiery wreck where he went through the wall.
Oh yeah.
So like they didn't show that until it was confirmed that he was okay, because like it was such an intense thing that they were like if he died, they're not gonna like show a replay. You know what I mean? Like which
that's fair.
Maybe that's why they didn't show the Gasly thing, because he did roll over. Like maybe they just wanted to make sure he was okay. That's what it made me think, which was like even worse, because I was like, oh crap! Like if they're not showing this, like it's possible that something bad happened. But God, I mean, honestly, glad he's okay. It was wild to see.
Yeah, surely he's really sore though. I can imagine that hurts your back so much, your lower back.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's brutal to watch. I will say I thought Cadillac was good when I watched the sprint. They're not. I thought like maybe.
Yeah.
But they're not, bro. They're back there with Aston.
I saw your note of that. You wrote, okay, Cadillac is not better.
Yeah. For context, DJ and I have like a shared note in Google Notes that we just like, as we're watching, we'll just type things that we want to remember. And yeah, mine was just, I'm like, well, all right, never mind.
Yeah. One thing that I thought was interesting and fun to watch during this race was that there were so many different race leaders. Like, whenever Max somehow, some way, from lap 1 is now leading the race on those hard tires, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, Max is unstoppable. Like, this guy is insane. He went from like P16 after getting those new tires on and came all the way up to first. Bro. And he was there. I mean, he's not an easy guy to pass.
Yeah.
I do think he pretty much let Antonelli go past him pretty easily because he just can't.
Bro, he fought Lando way harder than he fought Antonelli. I was so mad.
Yeah.
At least it looked that way. Maybe Antonelli just has the wrong pace. I don't know.
Yeah, he was definitely in front of Lando for a little bit, but watching the pass whenever Antonelli overtook him, I was like, are his tires? He did have pretty old tires, to be fair. So maybe that's the reason why he didn't want to fight him and degrade his tires even more. But yeah, it was crazy to see him. He feel like Max is back even after all this stuff of him saying, or people saying he's retiring, and now we find out that
retiring.
Us saying he's retiring, GP saying, or GP going to McLaren soon. And this is not to say that he's not gonna retire. I do think that could be a very real chance, but his team has given him a good car again, which is real. It's actually really fun to see. I loved seeing that he's fighting the Mercedes now, which is like, I feel like it's just a deserved battle for the fans to watch. George versus Max. Yeah. It's something that we all want to see. Yeah. And I think it's awesome that we finally get to kind of see that again.
Yeah, bro, it's so sick. I think we've already said it in this episode, but I got to reiterate, Kimi is him. Like, he's so okay. At the beginning of this season, all the hype was on Russell, and the commentators talked about it in this race. They're like, "Yo, we were all talking about Russell at the beginning, but it's Kimi that's actually going crazy." Same with last year. We were all talking about Lando, and Oscar went crazy. But like,
Yeah,
Mercedes has won all 4 races this year. The only race they haven't won were sprints. And bro, Russell was supposed to be the guy that won all of those. He should be like destroying Kimi in the standings.
yeah.
And dude is down 20 points. I'm like, I mean, maybe Toto Wolff is the only guy that knew that this was coming. But
Yeah,
it's just wild.
it's crazy. It feels very lopsided right now in the way that none of us expected. Like, we all thought it would be leaning towards George.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the Kimi show right now. It's wild to see. I love it.
Yeah, same.
I think it's really fun, and I think it's so cool that this young teenager is kind of on top of the world right now. And he's funny. I mean, he's like a cute little kid. He just loves racing.
Yeah.
He has his dad out there at the races.
Yeah, bro's 19.
Yeah. It's awesome to see.
Yeah. He's what's wild actually is he's 20 points ahead of Russell, but then he's 40 points, 41 to be specific, ahead of Leclerc. So
wow.
Like, it's not that he's just cooking Russell. Like, he is he is 40 points like ahead of the next team, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's probably a wrap for the constructors though, right? We could just call it.
Well, I mean, unless there's some type of slump for Mercedes and McLaren actually does keep showing up like this, be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That would be, I would love to see that.
Oh, same. Bro, what do you have to say about Williams? They were in it this week.
Bro, well, first off, there was this video that the Williams team put on their YouTube, and it was David Coulthard driving around with Albon. They just went in like a nice 50s classic car in the back of it, and were just touring around Miami, and went to the baseball stadium. Albon literally swung at baseballs.
That's sick.
It was a fun video to watch. And it was getting me excited to see Sainz and Albon race. And bro, we're so back. We're in the midfield, but we're so back. It was crazy because
we're in 9th place, but we're so back.
Yeah. Watching Sainz race Max for that little bit, which Sainz actually got kind of heated because Max was doing some weird moves, and Sainz was mad. I think the quote said pretty much he thinks he can do anything since he's racing in the midfield now.
Yeah.
I don't really know what he means by that. I think he's kind of saying Max has this kind of elevated view of himself, and now he's racing in the midfield, so he feels like he's above all these lesser guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's clear, it's obvious that Max should not be in the midfield after this performance. So, it's awesome to see a double points finish. That's huge, especially from how bad the start was for Williams.
Yeah.
not even showing up to the whole like practice,
Bro.
the testing way before the season even started. They didn't show up while every other team showed up.
And then the car's too heavy. Like,
yeah, there was
yeah.
a few apology videos from
Yeah.
James Vowles.
Classic YouTube apology.
Yeah, but I mean, now we have a double points finish, and that's really nice to say. I love that.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
cool.
look, I don't want to rain on your parade. I think if Gasly doesn't crash out, maybe it's just signs in the points, but still.
Probably. Yeah, the Alpine looked very good.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, and like
It's
Colapinto.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They look good. I think you guys are racing them this year. Like it feels like you guys have
for
clawed
sure.
your way away from Haas and Audi.
Haas
I don't
could
know.
still be up in the mix.
Haas could, so could Audi, to be honest. I just don't know like what I don't know, dude. I don't know if Audi has it. I mean, they do have their own engine, which is like the most concerning part to me about them.
Yeah,
I just don't know if they've got
I don't know.
the sauce.
Yeah, it's weird because seeing Gabby Bortoleto,
Yeah,
I think he's a great driver.
he
And
really
I think
is.
he has a really good head on his shoulders, and like he's so positive.
Mhm.
The way he thinks about like the racing and stuff, watching his interviews and things.
Yeah,
I think he could be very, very, very good, especially when he gets a little older. Maybe he gets into a better team, or Audi becomes like this super team and he is kind of at the forefront of it.
yeah.
But Gabby can be really good. Colapinto, I don't know if I see as big of a future as I see in Gabby for Colapinto, but he did awesome. Apparently, they did like this thing in Argentina where I think it was a kind of like a Goodwood, like Festival of
Oh,
Speed type situation.
yeah.
But I think it was like uh, promoted as being for Colapinto. And there was like 200,000 people
Bro,
there. Bro,
everyone's just
200,000
there
people
for Colapinto. That's
for him.
insane.
Yeah. So I'm sure that gave him a big boost.
Yeah,
And I mean, it's in South America. And so we're very close being in Miami. And I'm sure it gave him a huge boost. He probably had some family at the race too, being so close in Miami. So um, he did lights out this weekend, which is pretty cool. Racing the
yeah,
top teams.
yeah. He I want to see how they improve. I would love to see like Williams, you guys kind of take that, I guess, fifth spot uh in
Yeah,
the top, top 5 teams. I think that's where like where you guys wanted to be. But it's going to be tough with Alpine there. I mean, Haas is
yeah,
still ahead. I forget about Racing Bulls because they weren't anywhere close this weekend, but they have done well in the first 3 races. So
yeah,
I'll be curious to see like where they end up like throughout the season. I think my biggest takeaway though for this weekend is that it's just a really long season. Like there's so many things that like we were talking about that other people were talking about in the first 3 races that were like, yep, this person's cooked for the year. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing that they can do. They're out, down and out. I honestly thought that for Red Bull. Like I thought they were like a 4th or 5th, maybe 6th place team this year. But Max is in 5th. I think if anyone's gonna be able to match Max, it will be Hadjar. So like interested to see him like have a good race. It's
yeah,
just like there's just so much time. Like it can go on for forever. And like Lando won last year and most of his like dubs came in the last half of the season. So you just
yeah.
I don't know. And we still haven't gotten the thing that like nerfs the Mercedes engine. So dude, it could be Ferrari's show after the Mercedes engine gets nerfed. Like I think that's in June. So I don't know. There's just so
That
much
would be
time
crazy.
left. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I don't know, something that I was thinking that I guess could be a big takeaway for me. Uh, Lando had a fantastic weekend overall,
Yeah.
just like an amazing weekend. Did really well in the sprint, quali, main race. Uh, but it's weird because I see these interviews with them or whatever, these little clips that they have of B-roll while I'm watching the F1 TV
Yep.
of him just literal like candid shots of him just kind of walking around. And I don't know why, but I feel like maybe his mind for some reason isn't all on Formula One.
Mm.
Which is something that I've been thinking about. Like he played in this like pro am golf
Yeah.
tournament
Yeah.
the other day, and I don't know, in the context of that and watching this race.
Yeah.
Granted, he did amazing.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like he's maybe not 100% like mind locked in on this, which is I don't know why. It's just literally it's all vibes. Like
Yeah. It's all, yeah.
I don't know.
It's funny you say that because my, I guess, argument to that is like, I actually loved his post race interview because he's like, we should have won. Like he knew that it was his race to lose.
Yeah.
And Lando of last year was just happy to get on the podium. You know what I mean? Like he was like, just keep moving forward. He wasn't like dissatisfied. And bro, like, I think to be honest, when he was hunting down Kimi, like that was the first time in a minute or ever really that I was like, oh, Lando has the dog in him. I didn't know if he did because like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just like, I think because of how open he is with his emotions and how he's feeling, you don't get the same vibe as like someone like a Max where it's like, oh, if this guy's behind me and he's hunting me down, like I am in big trouble. Like no one views Lando as that way, but he was within a second of Kimi or a second and a half, literally almost the entire race after the first pit stop. And I think like to stay that close and to be that locked in and basically be like pressuring him to make a mistake. I don't know. I was like, okay, this is a good version of Lando. I like this, but you could be right. You could be getting different vibes than me. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, even after the race, when they had the podium guys in the cool down room, literally the first thing that came out of Lando's mouth, he asked Kimi like where exactly he came out after his pit stop, which I think is pretty much right there was the moment where Lando kind of lost the race. And so I'm sure that was building up in him wanting to figure out what happened, why Kimi had such a big advantage in this or that, but you could tell he was thinking really hard about that right after the race for sure.
Well, my predictions for Canada: Russell P1, Antonelli P2, and I'm going to say Max P3. I don't want this to be the case, but I'm just saying that's my prediction because I think Russell's going to come back with a vengeance. He's won in Canada before. Mercedes is great in Canada. They love Canada for some reason. Canada is just a Mercedes track. I think Russell's going to come back and get the dubs, Keys.
I mean, I guess I have to go for my prediction being Antonelli. If he makes it 4 in a row.
Bro, if he does 4 in a row.
That would be awesome.
It'd be
Gotta
huge.
give it to him.
It'd be huge.
Yeah, I'm probably saying Mercedes 1-2. And I think for P3, I kind of respect Charles's game a lot right now.
All right.
I think Leclerc could get P3.
Leclerc!
He had an awesome race. He just kind of balled it at the end. I don't know how. I don't know what happened to his car. Maybe he had the
we
same
didn't even
like
talk about that.
rear locking issue that Max does,
Dude.
because it looked very similar.
So I actually saw something. I saw a breakdown on this. So he let Piastri by because his goal was to play like energy games and be able to like have overtake.
Yeah.
But like something happened when he did that, where either he lost a lot of temp in his tires or whatever it was. Once he let him by, he was like having like pretty intense oversteer. And so literally the next couple corners, he was like wobbly through all of them. So I think it had something to do with that, of like not necessarily like an energy thing, although he was trying to get energy, like trying to get overtake to be able to like get Piastri on the last lap. Because at the start of the last lap, he let him by. So yeah, I don't know. It had to, I think it just, he messed himself up there. And then from there, like damaged the car and then got a 20-second penalty. So I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, it's tough. So I was looking at it. Yeah, he now finishes 8th.
Yeah, behind Colapinto
in the race. Yeah, instead of what it would have been like 5th, I think, or 6th even.
It would have been 6th because Max passed him like at the line.
Max, yeah, literally right at the line. While George, by the way, was like hobbling to the 4th place finish line because his front wing was scraping the ground while he crossed the line. I thought that was wild.
Yeah, that was insane. It wasn't quite that like Hamilton flat tire in Silverstone win.
Yeah.
But it was close. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, I like was watching the time tick down after Leclerc had his like accident, and it was like 10 seconds, 6 seconds, 4 seconds, and then it just said 0 seconds, and I was like, oh no, he got him.
It was tough watching that for sure.
Yeah.
It's sad for Charles. He did so freaking good, and then that happens.
It's tough. But he's 3rd in the championship, so I mean he's still right there. There's just so much season left, so we'll see. We'll see.
Very true.
All right, dude. Any final notes?
Final notes. They're going to Toronto.
Yep.
Canada. Shout out Drake. He just put a huge ice block in the middle of Toronto. I don't know if anyone saw that on social media, or I'm sure probably everyone in the world saw that.
Probably.
It went viral for a bit. So that's cool.
Yeah. Bro is
shout out to all the Canadians.
Yeah, he'll probably be there, to be honest. I bet he's there. We got a week or two till the race, so we'll go back on a little mini hiatus, and then we'll come back in and make another recap. But yeah, blast us on social. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what if we should give more detail or what we need to do better. We're doing this as our first F1 podcast, obviously. But if you guys want like more info, I don't know. You don't know much about F1. You want more like helpful things to know about it so you can understand the race better. I don't know what you want. Let us know. Yeah, that's it.
Let's build.
Let's build.
Let's build.
Blast us on social. Okay.